Hey, what's up guys? This is Colin with another game review. So, what happens when you take the puzzle and exploration elements of an adventure game like Zelda and you mix that with the fast, awesome combat of a game like God of War? I'll tell you what you get. You get a fucking brilliant game. So today we're looking at the game Darksiders, which was developed by Vigil Entertainment under THQ. Now, this is Vigil's first game. Vigil is the brainchild of comic artist Joe Madureira and David L. Adams, and they're currently developing a Warhammer MMO due to come out next year. Also, of course, Darksiders 2 is very close on the horizon. So, as far as the story goes, it's just like a peaceful day in downtown Los Angeles, and then fucking BANG! It's the apocalypse, motherfucker! So, you star as the first harbinger of doom, the first horseman of the apocalypse war, who is voiced by Liam O'Brien, probably my favourite voice actor, and you might be aware of that if you've seen any of my other reviews. So, the action in this game is the main focus. The combat is very, very fast. There are a whole bunch of different attacks you can use to take out the enemies. Usually it requires just slashing the shit out of everything. There are a bunch of huge epic boss fights. Most of the boss fights use a puzzle mechanic as well as the action mechanics to really keep the variety going in the game. Now, as far as the graphics goes, everything just looks fantastic. Now, they're very cleverly stuck to low poly environments and low poly models, so they can really go to town on the textures, and everything looks like it's been painted. The closest approximation of the art is an anime or a comic series, so everything just sort of looks larger than life, and they've really been able to bring these characters to life and give them tons of character. There are heaps of different creature designs. There are a lot of different environments, ranging from the absolutely breathtaking to the downright fucking depressing. I mean, this is the apocalypse. Everyone's shit has gotten ruined, and it's really a rather foreboding and diabolical future for the humans in this story. Now, there are a bunch of different traversal mechanisms that you can use. As you can see just here, you can use the hook shot. It's probably not called the hook shot, but obviously it's very similar to the hook shot in Legend of Zelda. You've got drag puzzles where you've got to drag blocks around, and there are also some basic sort of platforming sequences, as well as a couple of underwater sections. Now, there are a variety of weapons. Your primary weapon is, of course, the Chaos Eater, which is War's excellent sword, and you can upgrade the attacks and buy a whole bunch of different attacks for that sword, and that is your main method of enemy dispatch. But there is also the Scythe and the Gauntlet, and these are also excellent for pummeling the shit out of your enemies. You can also have a gun. There's like a homing shuriken, and there are also a couple of other weapons too. Now, you can use the environment to your advantage. For example, you can pick up a car and throw it at someone's fucking head, which is, let's be honest, pretty damn awesome. Now, when you're familiar with how the combat system works, you can really piece together some awesome combos, and you can keep the enemy just out of reach with the evasive maneuvers to really create something akin to an anime or a comic action sequence. There's a lot of different places to explore, and there are heaps of secrets to find, one of which is collectibles throughout the game that you can upgrade your health, your magic meter. So yeah, I didn't even mention that there are a bunch of different magic attacks you can use as well, but there are also collectible pieces of armor. Once you collect all 10 pieces of the Abyssal armor set, you can actually start new games with that armor complete. And that armor, as you can see I'm wearing just here, really protects you against the enemy attacks. As far as the music goes, you could be forgiven for thinking that you're listening to an epic composer like Howard Shore or John Williams. There are some really fantastic choral motifs and this is interspersed with the ambient string sounds that you will hear during most of the time when you're exploring. The actual sound effects themselves, you've got some really great metal on metal as your sword cuts into the armour of certain enemies, and there's the good old flesh hacking and bleeding sounds, as well as the bullet ricochets from your pistol. In closing, I'd just like to say that if you haven't played this game already, you absolutely need to play it. It is absolutely one of the best action games on the 360. It's just got such a great combination of characters, music, graphics, story. I just can't say enough good things about this game. Somehow it completely slipped under the radar, but I have no idea how it managed to do so with such excellent talent involved. So, with Darksiders 2 on the horizon, you absolutely need to get yourself flush with the story, buy this game, buy it now. Or you're a fucking moron. There you go.